Here's your update on sports. I'm Janine Blaze on MyRadio 580, Alberta's largest ranged radio station. There's all sorts of sports today. First, roller derby. Then we've got to work on our golf swing, dribble in some soccer, dive into aquatics, and bounce to the ball game. Huddle up CFL country style. Better buckle up. We're in for a ride. Have you seen the movie Whip It? An indie rock-loving misfit starring Elliot Page deals with small-town misery by discovering a roller derby league. Initially premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival in the fall of 2009. Fast forward to this week, a teenager from Victoria, BC is co-captaining a Canadian roller derby team at an international match. 35 young Canadian athletes roll off to France for the Junior Roller Derby World Cup, including Naomi Morel, co-captain of Team Canada's female junior roller derby team. She's certain Team Canada is coming home with a medal, obviously going for gold. Morel, aka Scream Soda, says earning the title of co-captain has soothed her nerves, feeling it's her responsibility to stay calm for the rest of the team. Team members practice separately in their own hometowns and get together for team practices in Toronto and Calgary. While adult roller derby teams have been around for a long time, junior roller derby for teenagers up to age 18 is new in Canada, appearing on the scene 12 years ago. Canada's team manager says they're excited to head to France, being a bucket list trip. This is the first international championship for the team. Some players qualified for the 2020 World Cup to be held in Regina, but the pandemic canceled the competition. Scream Soda leaves for Valence, France, early Tuesday for her first game prep Friday. The championship finals play Sunday. The PGA Tour commissioner says there's a widespread belief of the rolling back of the golf ball isn't good for the game. The USGA and RNA proposed a modified local rule reducing the distance by 15 yards for biggest hitters, allowing for 2 sets of rules, and the PGA Tour will have none of it. A recent study shows soccer is Canadian kids' most popular sport for the young Canadians to play. The 2023 Canadian Youth Sports Report finds 16% of Canadian youth between the ages of 3 and 17 are in soccer. Swimming was the second most popular athletic activity, followed by hockey. The study reveals average annual youth sports expenditures is $1,820 per child, 44% going to lesson fees or team dues. Ukraine no longer bars its athletes from competing against neutral athlete Russians. This should smooth the way for Ukrainians competing at next year's Paris Olympics. Canadian track and field Olympians sprint 100-meter semifinals and finals on the track Friday night are Crystal Emmanuel, Kamika Bingham, Andre DeGrasse, Aaron Brown, Jerome Blake, Balade Ajamale, and Bismarck Boateng. On the field, Richmond, BC native Cameron Rogers looked to clinch the Canadian hammer throw title. To protect fair competition for all genders, World Aquatics says an open category includes transgender competitors. Previously, World Aquatics banned transgender competitors from Olympics and World Championships. In Alaska, however, a school board delays action on a proposal to bar transgender girls from girls' high school sports teams. Opponents of the proposal call it discriminatory and unconstitutional. Supporters say it's to ensure fairness in sports. Almost 22 states prevent transgender girls from playing on K-12 girls' teams. Some laws keep transgender boys off boys' teams. Some apply the ban to collegiate sports. Similar proposals die in the state legislature. 16-year-old Summer McIntosh from Toronto defends her world title in the women's 200-meter butterfly, winning gold and setting world junior records at 2 minutes 4.06 seconds. McIntosh is the second Canadian to repeat as world champion, joining Kylie Mass of LaSalle, Ontario, the only Canadians with 3 career gold medals. Winnipeg swimmer Kelsey Waugh competes women's 200-meter breaststroke at World Aquatics Championships today. Waugh qualified by coming 8th in Thursday's semifinal. The previous Battle of Alberta had Stingers outplaying Surge 91-83. Calgary Surge hits the road to take on Saskatchewan Rattlers on Friday night at 7:30. Stingers continue on the road, preparing to sting the Winnipeg Sea Bears Saturday at 6. The Blue Jays savor their comeback win over the LA Dodgers Thursday night. Jays won 8-1. Jays also welcome superstar Shohei Ohtani and the Los Angeles Angels for the first meeting of a 3-game series Friday. Ohtani threw a first career shutout in the first game of a doubleheader yesterday. Lucas Giolito takes the mound for Los Angeles against Toronto ace Kevin Gausman Friday night. 6-time Selke Trophy winner Boston Bruins forward Patrice Bergeron retires. The Bruins captain led his team to the 2011 NHL Championship and 2 other Stanley Cup finals. Bergeron brags 427 goals and 613 assists in 19 seasons. Saturday's Elks game is all about the Wild West. Fans donning their western boots and hats as green and gold charge the BC Lions. One lucky fan wins a trip to Music City in Nashville. Kickoff at 5. That's it for sports. I'm Janine Blaze. You're in for a treat with Rajmi's Hindi show on My Radio 580, bringing Albertans together.